How are you guys doing?
I'm sure all of us who are SPOs or SPO managers, tech janitors, and the like have been having an interesting weekend. But yeah, we're good.
Yeah, interesting weekend indeed. That's for sure. All right. You know what? I was hoping to make a little infographic about what we're going to be doing today, uh, but I unfortunately didn't have time to do that. Ugh. So what we're going to do today on CentroNet, we're going to create a pig chain and a chicken chain, but it's going to be different. Because on CentroNet, since we have the power of the governance and the delegation, we will do a perfect split, 50-50. Like we'll just split the island in half and we'll see what happens. Well, actually, I have some expectations on what's going to happen, but we have to test it. And also, we have to find ways, if you guys have suggestions, I also do have suggestions on how we could in an easier way restore the chain. So if we ever have to update version, I would suggest that we have like that's something I suggested before, that we have some kind of a default um, emergency topology file for those kind of situations, like people that we do know are efficient into like fixing things and moving the chain to the right fork, if that's a fork, or I mean, you guys get it. So that's what we're aiming for, to make sure that we have peers to connect to, because that was one of the biggest issue we had, like the hate battles, and like even my own relays were having a hard time to stay connected to my block producers, because we wouldn't see any blocks for very long amount of time, and it was dropping connections, but it was of course trying to keep a hot connection, so it kept on like reconnecting again and again, and I just personally didn't like that. But if we have a nice topology
But
and
I
enough
would
peers.
argue that I would argue that some aesthetic difficulty while actually recovering is acceptable, and we shouldn't make it look nice while we're
I
recovering.
know, it's just that I still don't like it, and I want it to be better.
Okay.
No, I mean, if it
The-
can be better, dude. I mean, like,
Just
if
for
it.
further context, there is an
Oh,
automatic logic built into nodes that if a block hasn't come from a connected relay for a certain period of time, the node will now disconnect from that relay
yeah,
temporarily because it hasn't been reliable in what has been expected to be received from it. And then after about 10 seconds, if you have them set as trusted, they will reconnect to the
yeah,
trusted node even though they weren't getting something because they've been labeled as such. Mike's frustration is that he kept getting disconnected from his trusted nodes and having a 10-second gap, and he would like that not to happen.
yeah. Well, it comes to the what if I'm producing a block during that time frame, right? Of course, it will propagate through the other nodes, but that's something very annoying to see when it happens. So if we have enough peers, or enough trustable peers, or enough friends in this new network, we can mitigate that by having, a fine topology file, which we didn't have. Because the default one only points to
Well,
the.
I would say I'm going to argue again, Mike. I'm sorry, this is my role in life. There was actually a delay between the blocks as well of over 5 minutes because of the slot lottery
Yeah,
distribution
yeah,
of when block producers would produce a block. So even if you had perfect peer connections, there would still be these automatic disconnections because of the natural time between blocks.
Can I argue back? Some of them were on the right chain, and because of this issue, the propagation time was shit. Like terrible. I was
Yeah.
fighting against people who had like 20,000 slots behind me, and well,
Mhm.
sometimes it was 100. So it's just not, it's totally not ideal. But if there was a way for us to like it's almost, it almost come back to the topology updater we used to have, like, right, and it's
So
at some point.
what your argument back to me is saying is that it looked worse than it was in terms of the difference between the time difference between blocks because of lack of propagation, which
Yeah,
created this congestion where there was height battles because different nodes were on different levels at different times in the history.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Is that something understandable? if you guys I don't know, I mean, y'all get it, I'm sure. Oh, Martin Lang's here. Martin, how you doing?
Hey Mike, nice to see you again.
Yes.
Now that we have finally met.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I have other things unrelated to that I need to talk to you about stuff we were hoping. So the tornado cache, Cardano tornado cache doesn't exist. I tested it and it's equal. So that's not possible to have a protocol tornado cache. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm closing the quotation mark. So who amongst you guys are SPOs? So Circurin, I don't think you are. Are you Circurin?
I am not. I would want to be someday. But currently I'm
If
just
you
a
ever
D-Rep.
need a tech editor,
But I mean, what are you waiting for? It takes literally 5 minutes.
I am committed to I guess fixing, for lack of a better word, the incentives to make it easier for new SBOs and small SBOs and SBOs of all likelihood. And then
so you don't want to get
potentially,
into the SEO space until it's actually worth your while, is what you're saying?
well, that's part of it. Yeah, I mean, also I don't want there to be a conflict of interest right now. If like I start a stake pool and then I'm suddenly fighting for, I mean, I guess it looks like it afterwards, anyways. Like I had a conflict of interest in the past. But the other thing is, like, I kind of want to wait for the Rust Amaru node to get online and maybe be one of the first people to do that too. So it's a combination of those things.
Yeah, about that, I wanted to tweak the little Amaru node and then put it on CentroNet.
But I do have, based on recent events, like a ton of different ideas for testing. But I'm a little bit reluctant to share them on this if it's being recorded because it may give some lurking attackers some nasty ideas.
No. Let me stop you right there.
No, I'm not gonna.
This is not live.
Testing on mainnet, please.
Yeah, just say whatever you. Yeah, so okay, maybe I should do some disclaimer explanation here. You can say whatever you like. If this is something that's too sensitive or actually a real possible vulnerability, I will delete it from the video, so don't worry about it. Or I will post it much later when we find a fix, because I'm also working on a script about something that might break, but that's unrelated to that.
So,
yeah.
I guess my thought is, right, if this was caused by somebody accidentally posting a duplicate pool hash, it seems like a miracle that it didn't accidentally happen on mainnet first. Because, I mean, who is explicitly testing for that, right? Like, it seems like a very basic thing to test for via either red teaming or unit testing or system testing or something of that sort. Just what happens if you paste the pool hash twice? So my lurking question is, okay, what happens if I paste it 3 times? What happens if I paste half a hash? What happens if I put an extra byte at the end? What happens if I put null terminators throughout the whole thing? You know, this kind of like basic fuzzing, right? So I actually threw together, I'm going to share my screen real quick. I threw together this idea. I call it Project Hodor, like based on a guy holding the door. So the concept is you have a wallet spamming every conceivable invalid transaction you can.
Oh, I like that.
And you have it pointed at 2 relays, and one relay is running the oldest compatible software version. I don't know if you guys can see this fine. One relay is running the newest compatible software version, like Bleeding Edge, right? And you're specifically testing to see if anything is going to change. This is outside of like whatever CDDL, whatever. So you're just trying to every conceivable issue that you can create, right? And so I put these firewalls in there as training wheels because you don't want to accidentally fork the testnet. If there's already like a 50-50 chance of people running these nodes, you don't want to cause main problems because then people can, oh look, this forked the testnet. Now I'm going to go paste it on mainnet like already happened. So you'd want to ensure that you're not going to fork the existing nodes. And then the idea is every time a new node release comes out, you upgrade the bleeding edge nodes and do this right away to make sure it's not going to fork.
What's interesting about that is that's something that I assumed was already...
Exactly. So I was blown away that this wasn't apparently already happening. So I'm like, why don't we just do this? Is just basic red teaming stuff, right? Like you would assume that this is happening. I mean, maybe it's happening in dev nets or private test nets, but also it should be, I mean, it should be happening at every level, I think, to a degree. So it would be cool to have this happening on test nets. Just every new release comes out, just spamming all the inconceivable or the conceivable invalid transactions, because the relay should drop it right away if it's invalid, right? If one slips through, you know, like it made it through the door, Hodor, you know, let somebody, one of the White Walkers through.
So-
you know you have a
so what-
problem, and everybody on testnet can see it right away. Like, hey, this block just came from Hodor
Yeah.
and is forking the chain.
What's needed then is a proper sort of library of validation logic that exists in the node, right? So that you know what it is you're trying to submit that's invalid against the rule set.
Yeah, so
And you need to have a change log verification of any changes to the validation logic between versions, so you know that something might have been affected.
Yeah, you can even do this black box style without even knowing what any of the schemas are. But the other thing is, like, this is a pool delegation transaction. What about all the other delegation or all the other transaction types? What about like a governance transaction? What about the regular wallet transaction? And then what about all the different fields in those transactions, right? Like you might have a direct ID, you might have, I don't know,
Yes.
like all these different fields that you really want to test the shit out of.
Yeah.
Like they should be being tested like continuously.
This is what I mean
and-
by having a library of validation logic, right? So all the things that should be tested, ready to be tested as a thing that's done as a matter of course.
Because in the back of my mind, what I'm wondering right now is like how many other similar bugs exist that we haven't found.
Well,
I mean, I know that Amaru has had to code around some historical known issues in the chain. I don't know if that will be published on this recording, but yeah, they've had to hard code in exceptions to what expected validations in the history of Cardano chain on the Amaru side.
Yeah. So the other interesting thing, and I'm sure that you guys know this, but when Amaru comes out, in a way it'll make this problem worse, right? Because of the way node diversity works. You know, if we have 50% of nodes on Amaru and 50% on the Haskell node, and all of the Haskell nodes have a problem, none of the Amaru nodes, then you're forking by node instead of by node version. I mean, I guess it's by version, but not by software version. It's by language, I guess, for lack of a better word. I mean, you could be causing forks that way depending on how it's split, how evenly it's split.
The counter argument to that is once you have a diverse node ecosystem, there's more of an incentive for people to really like validate and test across versions before the next release comes out across all the versions. If there's going to be changes.
Yeah, the benefit is the likelihood of these forks happening is higher, but the impact is less the more versions you have, right? So we definitely want more versions because if we have 10 different languages, we have a Rust node and a TypeScript node and a Go node and all these things. If one of them starts having problems, well, all of the other like 5 or 6 nodes, I mean, they're going to be fine. So the impact is very small in that sense, and we probably wouldn't even be over 50%. Like the ideal is probably we have at least 3 types of nodes. So that if one of them drops out, it's 33%, but the majority of the other 66% of stake is still fine. So there's not even any forks happening because the longest chain is still the canonical one.
Mm-hmm.
so
And even then, the advice would be anybody who's on this code base version switch to this one because there already is a longest chain, and you'll be able to flip over very quickly.
And it would be at like a DApp level problem at that point. Anybody that was using the buggy node version would be having issues, but the chain itself would be fine. It would not be. It would be forking, but it would not be the longest chain. So it would be okay.
Of course, the problem of Cardano DB sync continues to rear its ugly head.
The other thing, well, I asked 2 other ideas I had. One of them is basically circuit breakers based on chain density. Seems like an obvious thing that dApps, especially bridges in exchanges, should be doing, right? Because we have, I think, ideal chain density is right around like 5% or so. But if you have like your normal behavior, like maybe you drop below 4%, you just automatically pause bridges because you don't want to get into those double spend issues. Whatever the threshold of the normal behavior is.
yeah, 4% is pretty good still. Yeah.
Something like that. I think we dropped really, really, really low. But yeah, I mean, you could find a number there that's like at least notification worthy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The pig chain had a higher density than the chicken chain originally, though.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's still below the point you're talking about, it would be a good emergency breaker, as you say. 5%, just for anybody, it means 5% of 60 seconds, 3 blocks expected within a 60-second period. So 5% of 60 seconds is expecting 3 blocks, and 3 blocks happen once every 20 seconds on average. That's how it's calculated.
The other idea I had was maybe, I don't know if this is something that would need to be developed into the node or as like a debug tool.
Can I stop you right
go
there?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, do it on Centronet, dude. Like, this is literally the equivalent of a closed cluster with 6 to 9 amazing SPOs who are willing to truncate if we need to and synthesize to rebuild the old thing. Like, this is literally something we're used to at this point, and then you can break it as much as you want. We're gonna just fucking we'll love this, man.
Yeah, I
This
mean, I
is-
was toying with just doing it, but
Yeah.
one, emotions are kind of high right now, and I don't want to accidentally break something and then get blamed.
No, nobody's gonna blame you. Actually, like we're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
no.
be happy about it, and we'll fix it. It's gonna be a fun experience, like we always do. This
And
is
I mean, the other big question is like, I assume that other people are doing this, but I mean, I guess that's kind of what got us into the
well, it's
issue
either
in
that
the first place. Is,
it's either that or you spin up your own local cluster. But there's a difference here is that you have different SPOs from different places, and it's much more reliable as it is right now. If you want to test something that could affect the block producers or the
Yeah.
producer of the blocks in the way you're explaining here, I think that would be great if you do that.
So the other idea I had for, I don't know if it's a tool or a feature that might need to be developed into the node itself, is like a fork aware tracker, or even a chooser, right? Like a fork tracker. Maybe it's like a debug mode or something, but it's like, the node is automatically going to choose the longest chain because that's what it's designed to do. But
Yeah.
what we did this past week is we intentionally chose a chain that was longest by changing our node version. But what if I just had like a switch in the software, maybe a debug switch that's like, okay, I want to ignore this specific chain, and we had some sort of way to track that. So you wouldn't have to restart your whole node and upgrade version and all that nonsense, resync it, whatever.
I did a blog post about this and how tooling was created to be able to track both through Amaru involvement, I believe, but it's not built in the Cardano node, as you say, so it might be an interesting mode. But there are tools that have been developed to be able to look at both, because they lost visibility for a while because of that. Because you were only looking at the one that was available, which is the big chain, and you couldn't see the chicken chain unless you were on the older version.
How about having a set of 10 to 15 different node versions running all on the mainnet, and you just with Grafana do a height check on all of them, and you could easily track any fork or separation or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, Marcus is now developing his blog perf tool with new resources on the CF. So I think that's a perfectly tool to keep track of all the node versions and all the forks on the chain.
About that, I'm looking at CentralNet right now. It isn't forked. I can tell.
Yet. That's what we're about to do, right?
Yeah. Well, first off, I need to check something with you guys or with the SPO. So I know Ian, Martin Lang is here. We got Van plus myself. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have Happy. Oh, Leon. Leon's here. Hi, Leon. You're in SPO as well, I think. Do you have delegation? I don't remember if you did. Did I send you delegation? Let me just check that real quick.
I think so, but I don't know how much.
It's all the same amount. I like to have this equally controlled. Sorry. What version of the node are you running? You do not have delegation. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that signed off.
So you're gonna have to step out of this one. Yeah, you don't have delegation. I'm so sorry. So you do not.
I'm not running anything.
Happy does not have happy delegation.
Well,
I mostly showed up to lurk and watch, so I don't have anything ready to go.
So here's the thing. The last test we did, I funneled all delegation to only 6 pools for us to properly do the testing we did back then. So I removed delegation from every other nodes, and I thought I restored it after because I was hoping for these for all SPOs to just say, hey, don't forget me, and it didn't happen for you. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll fix that as soon as we're done with this. So right now you do not have delegation, but I still want to know if you guys have a relay or a stake pool on CentralNet, which version are you running? I'm going to take some notes here.
Yeah, I've got a stake pool, Mike. Don't know if I've got much delegation though.
On CentralNet?
Yeah, it's just been sitting there quietly for a while.
Oh, you never asked for one because you're not even in the list. So, you just wanted to leave it there.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
it's not paying the bill. So.
that's fine. It's okay. Okay, so just for the record, I'm running version 10.4.1 on my block producer, and I have relays also.
Sancho Weed is on 10.4.1.
So
Enter tree is on 10.5.
10.4.1.
Oh, sorry, who's speaking?
Yeah, no, I'll take yours, Johnny.
Oh, sorry, I thought someone else was reporting it. You were just repeating what was said. I see. Enter tree pool is on 10.5.3.
10.5.3. Okay. How about you, Sir Leon?
He's taking as well.
Oh, I can't hear that. What did you say?
Okay. Is it better now? I'm on 10.5.3.
Okay. 10.5.3. 10.5.3. All right. Ian.
Yeah, I'm on 10.5.3 too.
Okay.
As well.
10.5.3. You guys, you're way too. Oh man, you're all up to date. What are you doing?
Sorry. Well, sorry.
I'm trying to.
While I was
I'm trying to create a mess, and you're purposely trying to like hold me from doing that, and this is not something I can control. I don't like this.
Well, we can always revert. We can go down a version if we need it to.
Yes, I would like you to do that, but just don't break your head. Don't compile the whole thing. Just grab the binaries, put it in there. So I would suggest that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to adjust the node version of some of our block producers. Okay, so should I? Well, we could technically restore it right away, but do you want me to do it now, or we just make sure we have really like a perfect split, and then the next time we meet, we do it?
I say perfect split because it would be very
Yes.
interesting to see the densities split off equally,
Mhm.
mostly equal. Luck, we'll see which one actually wins, but yeah.
We won't even see the difference because like the money that I don't control, it's very granular. Like even if you put
But
100,000.
even then, there's still a luck element with the slot lottery, so there could just be
Yeah.
one pool that gets an extra block.
Yeah, okay. So right now I'm got 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only 5. Oh my
I'm on a
god.
buggy one.
Martin didn't report.
Oh right, Martin.
I'm on a buggy. 10.3.1.
Awesome, I like that. That's perfect. 10.3.1. I will volunteer to be a buggy one. And one of the reasons why I will volunteer is also because I'm your bootstrap peer. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens there. So I will switch mine to 10.3.1 as well. There you
You're already on a buggy one. What did you say you were on 10.4.1?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I mixed the 4 and the 1.
Yeah.
Forget what I said.
1.4.
Yeah.
So it's almost balanced right now because of who's reported in, right?
Yep. And yeah, so that would be better this way because we'll have a perfect split and I'll have enough time to set up my Grafana servers to track both like in real time, and I'll be able to film the actual split because I will be tracking, the relay. Well, I'll be tracking both chains that will be created. I only have one favor to ask you guys during that time frame. We all know what happened. I'm guessing most of us know how to reproduce this. Don't do it, please, yet, okay? That's all I can ask. Because I can't stop you if you do it. But of course, I'll be able to see it. We'll all be able to see it if it happens. It's just that it's going to make it more complicated for us to do a perfect split after if we have to, play with our null version. You get it. Okay.
The other reason to hold off is you can do the delegations that you hadn't done previously to both upstream and happy, and then they'd be.
Yes, exactly. Which is why I need to know Mark.
Yeah, I'm on 10. Let me check actually. I think I updated it with everything else. Yeah, 10.5.3. Yeah.
5.3. Okay. So we got.
I can roll it back if you want, though. Just let us know.
Yeah, let me just check that. So, do I have everyone? I do. I have everyone. Okay. So this one is good, good.
Ryan, you also have time to set up a Sancho Net SPO for testing purposes in the time, if he wants as well.
Mark, you said 10.5.3, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so you're on the latest. Okay. So right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are good and 4. Wow. Oh well, that's great. We got 4 good nodes and 3 wrong ones. Don't change anything.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, we need one more. Who's missing?
Well,
who's missing
Ryan, if you come on board to SanchoNet to do some of your testing, come on board.
Yeah,
with the
dude.
raw-
I mean, like, really, like it literally only it's not even 2 gigs of memory, man. Just do it, and the config files are there. All the commands is just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. I mean, it's super easy.
He's straight on the network producing blocks.
Oh yeah.
I'll start pulling it up and setting it up, but I'm trying to multitask some other work, and I have another meeting in like an hour and a half, so I don't know how far I'm gonna get. So I was mostly wanting to lurk, and now you guys are sucking me into it. So.
That's fine. That's okay. We get it.
Separate call. We can do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, no. Even if it doesn't take 10 minutes, whenever you can, just send me your pool ID, and I'll send you some delegations. It's just for the next time.
What node version do you want me to download?
So right now we get.
You want to be
1,
on
2,
the
3.
bad one, so 10.4.1 maybe.
10.4.1. Okay, I'll go find the release for that, and I'll
Yep.
start setting it up.
10.4.1, 10.5.1.
Anything above 10.2, or even anything above 10.2 was bad. So 10.3 was bad, 10.4 was bad, and 10.5 was bad. 10.5.1 specifically was bad. But yeah, 10.4.1 is guaranteed bad.
10.1.4. Okay.
No, 10.4.1.
10.4. Okay, sorry.
4.1 is
I'm like dyslexic. I'm gonna write this down before I forget. 10.4.1, right?
10.4.1.
That's
Okay.
it. That's the
Yeah,
one.
I'm dyslexic. So.
Right there.
No, it's fine. Okay.
Big chin.
All right. So we got everyone. Mark, you will have to show me your pool ID because I do not have it. Circumvent 10.4.1. I have everybody else for sure. 7s! And now there he is. Ryan, we don't need you anymore, so you don't need to work now.
Aw,
We're good.
well,
No, yeah, I don't want to ask him too much. So
you're
it's
good.
just gonna... 7s! Which version are you running on?
on SanchoNet.
Yes, of course, CentroNet. 7s! This is gonna be fun. Can't wait. Oh, his microphone doesn't work?
Your mic's not working.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, Evans, we can't hear you.
Let's look at the chat. Oh, there you go. Pool ID. Awesome. And your cert is all right, Mark? Like, you don't need to update anything? Cert, keys. It's all good?
No, that good. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Produced a couple of blocks today.
All right. 7s, we cannot hear you. If you are attempting to speak, you might want to switch channels. Sometimes it fixes it. Discord tend to be like this. Okay, so I got everybody's version. I'm going to move an equal amount of delegation to each one of you, and I will remove delegation from all the other remaining that are not present today, including Johnny 101 and the Cardano Foundation. Again.
Hey, sorry to be late. I was just pushing some code in my actual work, and I just finished.
How dare you? I need to know which version of the node you're running.
Yeah, I think it's 10.4.1.
So you think or you're sure?
I am pretty sure. Let me check real quick. And one of the bad ones.
We need bad one.
Let's see. Yeah, we
Give me
need
a
one bad
second.
one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
I'm running 10.4.1 yet.
But
Okay, I'm gonna switch my version. That's fine. Okay, so we're good. We have a perfect split here. Okay, so I'll fix.
Your version's a bad one. You're moving to a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I'll fix that on my end, and it's gonna be perfect. And I'll set up the Grafana server before next time that we'll have to determine. But I want to make sure that you guys, all of you guys, can make it. Okay. Yeah. And then we will do the perfect split.
There's another thing. The reason it went to 36 hours is because of the reduction density between the chains. But if we're equally dense, even though we're half as dense as we were before, it will be double the normal time frame. So on mainnet, it would be 12 hours for finalization. That would become 24. So whatever the normal finalization time would be doubled as our target time.
Thank you. I didn't think of that. That's a great point.
Yeah, it's relative, and it's interesting
That's a
because
great
as
point.
the big chain density went down and the chicken went up, the time frame extended and extended
Yeah.
further for.
Good point. Okay, so Circurin, if you want to have a relay, you can feel free. You want to track that stuff. If you don't have time, it's fine. We'll have this ready for next time. What else?
Just context for the recording. The exact limit for when a finalization happens on mainnet is, I think, 2,160 blocks.
Yes.
Which, as expected, normally with a block every 20 seconds, would be finalization after around about 12 hours. But because there was a split, there was less frequent block production. So to get to that 2,160 target would take more time because of the less frequent block production. And it was relative depending on how much blocks were being produced on which version.
On CentroNet, it is 432. For those who would like to know, a lot less because we have 1 day epochs, and you know that's completely different, but it's something still that we can calculate. Okay, so expectations.
That's a 2.4 hour till finalization on CentroNet, or hour, as you might normally hear, or it will become 4.8 hours to get back to reality once we get an equal split.
Expectations now. So we have a perfect split. This is something we can, in a way, easily restore by changing the node version, as you may know, because it fixes the bug. So the chain will automatically roll back and get the right one, which could be named chicken, if you guys like it. The other way around doesn't work. That's the thing. So if we get to that point where we cannot switch over to the next chain, then we'll have a perfect split that's going to carry on in time. And the only way to fix that will be to truncate. Truncate back.
The decision has to be made of which one of the equally valid chains. Well, obviously the transaction bug exists, so you could define it that way. But which one do we want to truncate? It becomes an elective exercise, and everybody who's on the now going to be dead one has to truncate in order to move to the right one.
That is correct.
One question: if I truncate with my version, which is 10.4.1, there's still a possibility for me to go back to the bad one?
Yes.
Yeah, the requirement would be everyone who was on the wrong one would have to have already truncated before. Otherwise, there's a possibility that they go back if they didn't update to an unbugged version. But the way to get around that is the update to the patched fixed version,
and then truncate.
It won't even go down the wrong path at that point.
Yeah, so normally this is something your node would do automatically, unless you get past that time frame. So by just updating it, normally it would just get on the right chain because your new node version wouldn't accept this transaction. So it would obviously just choose the right chain by default. So it will roll back and build the right database. The other way around doesn't work. So if you're running the wrong chain, and for any reason, since we have a perfect split, you keep it that way and you don't change it, and you get past the constant value of the blockchain, which is 400 something amount of blocks, then even if you update it, it won't do the switch.
Yeah, which is why you have to truncate after updating to get back on the right chain. Which is, are we going to force a truncation requirement because that didn't happen in real life? So
No, I don't think so. We could, yes, I wanted to do a perfect split, and
we'll have to get it. We'll have to automatically update and switch to the correct chain within 4.8 hours. Then
yes,
so we'll have to coordinate. But yeah,
exactly.
we can leave it broken for 3 to 4 hours, fine.
Which is great, because this is something we can do live. I can break it live. We can see the split live, and we can fix it live as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll move delegations, and I will try to set up a date for the next one, and we'll do it live. So make sure you keep the node version that you mentioned before, that I took, the ones you're using right now. Don't change anything. And there you go. Make sure you do not submit that transaction before.
Don't fuck it up, everybody.
Because first, yeah, I mean, like, not yet. I know it's hard. I know it's unusual on CentralNet that I say stuff like, don't fuck it up, but do not fuck it up before it's time to fuck it up.
I highly recommend you reach out to Marcus and get some of the monitoring tools that were developed.
Yes. Absolutely. Marcus, CF Marcus.
Yes.
Sure.
He was reporting a live screenshot of the graph. We could have that running in real time while we look at what's going on.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Does anyone know how these tools from Disassembler?
Oh, Sam. The Amaru one.
Oh.
No, I haven't tried it.
I played around with it a little bit, but I cannot make much sense of it. So maybe I'm gonna see if I can get it down before the next.
I can try, if he's not too busy. Can try to get him to that next meeting. I think he's going to be interested by it.
What would be great, Mike, is we could get all the tooling that was used in the war room, so that we can do your own simulated war room. Like, here's this, here's that, here's how things are going. So it's like
CentralNet war room.
Play of the war room event on CentralNet.
I'm pretty confident this is something you can do with Grafana, though. Actually, I can recreate the same graph.
I know, but it was a very specific, easy. It's a piece of software that is like a very tiny memory surface. Interfaces with all the protocols of the node, but it just monitors and looks at and can see both chains at once and show the difference in density between them. It's a very cool tool.
Okay. I can give it a try.
Who developed it? Is it something from Johnny? Is it something from CF, or who developed it?
It was Amaru Rust was used in some regard. It was quickly put together during the incident in order to be able to have eyes on both chains in one place.
Probably it's the same tool. Probably it's called Amaru Debug tool or something.
Yeah, just reach out to Marcus, reach out to Sam, get copies of the same software. I think it's all open source anyway, so you just need to link to the repository, and then we'll be able to simulate the war room.
Nice. Okay, so thank you guys for coming, and I'll make sure to move delegation. Keep an eye on Discord for the next schedule, and then I'm gonna do a vote the same way, and I'll make sure to pick the date where all you guys can be present. That would be best. So I'll put.
My calendar is so empty after leaving both committees, man.
My calendar was still okay, but no, I know I shouldn't bother you guys with the CC stuff, but today is going to be fairly different now. Yeah, because of course it's today we resign. Yep, happens today.
Indeed. The end of the
Gonna
Cardano
be
Atlantic contract.
Wow, it's a historic day.
I'm submitting this today. Yes, it happens.
Whoa,
It's been
Governance will pause. Governance will
all that
pause.
power.
it's
While
been
your
a cool
government
ride.
pause.
It's been a cool ride, but it's over now.
Are you doing it before or after the 5 million loan proposal?
As soon as I see the ratification trigger. So as soon as I see it, nothing can stop it, and I'll do it. And I'll say, yeah, it would be a very fairly cheap shot if I was doing that.
Be funny.
Like, yeah, there you go.
Asking.
No, no.
But you know what? Fuck you. No, you're not getting any money.
And especially since we voted yes on it, that's like even worse. We voted yes on it. Everyone like it's ratified now. Like and we just like jump in with a resignation certificate just before the ratification. Like, yeah, there you go, motherfucker.
Mug's neck would be a huge headline.
Dude, no, no, it's inconceivable. Everyone would be pissed. Every single person.
Just wait for us, okay.
Yeah. I got that. That was one of our concerns, and yeah, I'm going to look for this. So yeah, it is not going to happen this way.
It did test on Sancho Net proper back in the day, right? We did the if a CC member leaves after a ratification, can it stop? Oh, we tried to do no confidence.
We
That's
tried
what
to
we
do.
did.
We tried to.
Still went through, so we're good.
No, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop
once
it.
it's ratified, it happens.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
get their. Don't worry. Don't.
Johnny,
panic.
you missed the masterclass Mike did on
Oh.
the summit with a lot of interesting questions.
Yeah,
Oh,
the what if presentation. It should be on YouTube eventually. Yeah, Seba is still working on the rendering of the video of the recording.
So, is it like every conceivable terrible scenario of governance?
You're gonna love this. There's a lot of scenarios, including minimum committee size set to 0. Like, is it possible? Some of those answers you already know them, but there are some tricky ones there as well. Like, should the threshold be met or crossed? Stuff like that. And it's interactive, so people actively participate within the crowd. That was very cool.
Oh, so like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style voting? To see like.
No, it was more like like we were passing the microphone and people were asking questions live and.
Right, because I've seen the voting where people vote their answer before, but no.
But yeah, you missed it.
All right. Well, in a few days' time, once people have got delegation and pool setups all in the way, we're going to fork equally Sancho Net.
A great 50-50%, and then we'll decide what we do. Do we try to cross the constant limit, or do we just update our node and do a rollback? But we already know this one, right? So if
that's why I was saying, do we just let it go and die? Because then we have a different recovery scenario to deal with.
I would be curious to see if a rollback is possible, because when you update it, technically it doesn't take the transaction, but if it's passed, like I'd like to see this.
Oh, so you want the split to become finalized, there to be an equal split, and then for transactions still to be submitted, so that you can see which one it goes to?
I would like to try both, because we can. We can literally try both, like, and since the easier way would be to simply update, we could simply update the node version, fix it right away, and once we see the chain density, we just roll back the version again, and we do the same transaction again.
Yeah.
It's something
so we keep breaking.
Yeah.
Just break the chain forever.
Absolutely. Let's keep splitting it over and over again. That's what we do since day one, right? Like, literally. So let's do this. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you next time.
See ya.
See you next time.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys.